Hi, I'm just Steve, and I'm here today talking about books and reading, how I handle them in my classroom. Hopefully this will provide some kind of rationale in the coming weeks when I talk about specific titles and authors. Overall, I prefer my students to read works by contemporary young adult authors rather than the traditional works found in most classrooms. Not that I have anything against Chaucer and Shakespeare or Hemingway and Faulkner, and I love To Kill a Mockingbird and Of Mice and Men as much as anyone. And I do not deny the importance of having some background familiarity with those works when it comes time to take your AP and SAT exams. However, most of those were written for adult audiences and in times much different than we living in today. That's one reason, of course, why we should read them. They open windows into worlds different than our own, and by examining those and considering them, reflecting on those differences can help us become more enlightened individuals today. But to really build fluency in reading, in vocabulary, grammatical skills, and levels of comprehension, you need to read a lot. And you need to read at a level that's only slightly difficult. I mean, 98% or more of the words encountered should be completely familiar, and you should be able to read easily and quickly. If you have to stop every few words to parse out what you're reading, you're not only not going to enjoy it, you're likely not going to comprehend it well, retain it long, or internalize any of it. Contemporary young adult writing is written in more familiar language, but typically still reaches the high end of my high schoolers' vocabulary. More importantly, it deals with issues and conflicts that students can relate to personally, while still addressing questions for humanity as a whole. In short, you can still get the most important benefits that come from studying the classics, but in a much more palatable package. Lastly, there's one more big advantage I see in studying contemporary young adult authors. When comparing them to people like Shakespeare, Chaucer, Hemingway, or Faulkner, they tend to be a lot less dead. Being less dead, they are less hampered when it comes to using modern technology, and that means they're more accessible than authors of the past who don't know how to use that technology and who are, dead. You can follow contemporary authors on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and get to know them as people. They may participate in live stream events where you can interact with them about their books and their lives. This is important, not because of the insight on their books. No, the benefit of seeing into the lives of authors is to remind us that they are human. They live like us and struggle like us. They're not gods dropping wisdom on us from some literary Olympus. They're people stringing words together just like us, only usually with a lot more effort, focus, and skill. Getting to know them as people reminds us that what they can do, we can do, with enough practice and dedication. It teaches us that the creative process is not off limits to anyone, and that is a wonderfully empowering concept. Relevant stories, greater growth in literacy, and the chance for an empowering relationship with living authors. These are some of the most important reasons for students to get into young adult literature today. It doesn't have to be John Green, although it wouldn't hurt. What are you reading, and why? And how's it working out for you? Let me know down in the comments. DFTBA.